Hello YouTube. So today I'm going to show something new for those who have not seen my new updated setup. So this is Pioneer Champion Pro 3003D4, the latest version. In Viper audio enclosure. So you can see still I have some wood spits left, even though that is negligible, but it is there. I can flip this enclosure. So coming to the point, why I switched to single subwoofer setup. Okay, this time I wanted something which is very efficient for the wattage, and I wanted something in which I can get the bass capable equivalent of the two subwoofers, and that's why I did some research and found that this subwoofer has 96 dB sensitivity, as I said before. And I considering only theoretical parameters, I brought this up, and this is one of the last few subs in India. So I was expecting it will outperform the pair of any entry level subs like 300 400 watt RMS. Before this setup, as you know, you can see my previous videos, I had a pair of Pioneer Champion series 400 watt RMS each sub. That was 800 watt RMS setup with Kicker KX 800.1 monoblock, a real 800 watt RMS setup it was. So from that I came to 600 watt RMS in this Viper audio enclosure. So it's not like the RMS wattage or number of subs or cone area matters all the time. Sometimes the efficiency also matters. So what I want to show you is, today is the third or fourth day, I guess, of my installation. Let me show you the amp. So I tuned this amp by, this is JBL Club 5501. It's rated 550 watt RMS conservatively, throws more than 700 watt RMS clean at 2 ohms, but I tuned it to 550 watt RMS only. From the time of installation of subwoofer, I have never crossed the volume of 20. Today I will try to be around 20 only, because I am going to keep car off. Coming to the point, second reason I bought the low RMS setup is I have automatic car, it's AMT, and as you know, AMT works on electrical supply, otherwise it won't be able to shift the gears. With the previous 800 watt RMS setup, I used to have the headlight dimming issue. So overall, you must have got the scenario. Someone who wants to stay on stock electricals should look for the efficiency, not just adding multiple subwoofers and thinking that they are very loud. Okay, now let me give you the demo. I'll keep volume around 22. All windows roll down. The bass is brutal. Okay, on volume of 22. On kicker setup, I used to keep it at 27. Everything is rattling. My previous setup was not able to do this. Okay. I am inside home. Let me show you how much loud I am out of the car. Keeping same song, same volume. Volume 22. So you must have got the idea. This is on volume of 22. Okay, only on half gain. So I think that's enough now. So point being is just adding multiple subwoofers, the low cost cheap subwoofers and the cheap amplifiers like Interfile and all that isn't gonna be loud, okay, and it's not gonna be musical. Most important, buy any branded subwoofer, branded amplifiers, stay on rated RMS and enjoy the clean music, not just the loud noise. That's what I am trying to explain to all of the Indian guys out there. I know in India is poor country, money matters, but buy something which is in your budget, okay, not just to make the show off that I have multiple subwoofers, that I have non-certified distorted 800 and 1000 watt RMS setup and so on. Buy something which is good, which is certified, which is long lasting, which has some engineering background behind it. The brands like Harman, Pioneer, have been in industry from last so many years. Okay, you can't say they are bad at their products. You can see my old videos. I used very premium brands also like Didi, and that too made in USA series, not the red line made in China series. So it's not important or it's not necessary to spend that much amount. Those system costs too much for a average Indian base head, but at least buy something that is certified, that is real. Okay, so that's all. I hope you got the real idea of what this system is. Again, I will say, don't compare this subwoofer with any of the JBL Pioneer entry level subwoofers. This is far better. Company has designed it with the SPL terms. Company kept SPL requirements in mind, and then following the history of 3002D4, this subwoofer came out to run on stock electricals. That's it. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you have any questions, please drop your comments below. Stay tuned. Live loud.